Looking for a spring refresh? Try something new. Take your taste buds on a trip and explore different global flavors from your dinner table with HelloFresh. Don't know how to cook very well? Don't worry. With HelloFresh, step-by-step recipes are super easy to follow, and pre-portioned ingredients can help you cut out prep time so that you can have more time to get outside this spring, because we all love that sunshine. HelloFresh can also help you reach your goals. They have a fit and wholesome recipes, make it easy to eat well without sacrificing flavor, so you can maintain your goals and feel good about your food choices with HelloFresh. And if you have a larger family like myself, it's easy to adjust your plan and increase your order size to help with meal planning if you have a large family, or to have leftovers for lunch the next day. HelloFresh has been great for us because we have been able to expand our taste palette and just try different foods, and so it's been allowing my kids to go, oh, I never thought I would like that, and just to be able to just delve into something different, because you never know when you have kids, like, are they gonna like this, are they gonna not? So it's been good to say, okay, here's dinner, let's see if we like it. And most of the time they do enjoy the food. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Having a box food delivery system ordered to your house helps, especially during those busy weeks when you've got a lot going on, you can't get to the grocery store, and you're tempted to just go out to eat. It's nice to have it, just the box show up at your door and go, okay, I can make dinner tonight without having to go out. So remember, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great, and I'm up early making some food for my family for the weekend. So I've got, as you saw, my HelloFresh meals, which was awesome because this week we definitely went out to eat. I have things to make, but we are out and about, and instead of coming home and trying to put something together, we definitely went out to eat. And so I was thankful when my HelloFresh showed up, because I was like, all right, there's something there I can make and it'll be good. So I made that. This is the spicy Szechuan bowl. This is really so good. So I made it. This is gonna be lunch today. And what was great, let me take a bite of this and tell you, I'm sure it's delicious. It smells delicious. I haven't eaten it, but let's try. All right, delicious. And it's ramen noodles. So I feel like this is gonna be a win-win for my family today. It's got some veggies in there. And then this also in my HelloFresh this time, it was customizable. So, you know, we've been doing the veggie thing for most of it the last few times, just to get some variety for my kids. Just try different veggie recipes for my kids. And so this time got chicken to go with this. So I was able to put chicken in this meal, which is good. So you can customize the packages however you want. So thank you, HelloFresh, for doing this video today and support my channel for this. So remember, if you want any of that stuff, go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmyMaryon16 for 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. So all right, so I put those all in individual containers. So that is going to be lunch today. I sat at my marker board over here on the refrigerator, and I kind of planned out what I was going to be doing for the next few days and what kind of food that we needed. So this is we're gonna do a bigger lunch today, just because we have things going on. I'll just do a simpler one for dinner tonight. So this is gonna be lunch. This is made. I made them in individual. I put more in the ones that were the older people and smaller in the smaller person one. So this will be lunch. This will be taken care of. So we're gonna focus on dinner next. So I won't tell everything I'm gonna make. We're just gonna make it. Does that sound good? Okay, let's have a wonderful, fantastic Friday making food. So usually I say let's go, but I'm just gonna go on to my list. So what I wrote down is to do the stir fry for lunch today. And then for dinner, I'm going to make pizza. I looked in our freezer, and I remember Jaden had me buy some stuff at the store for her, and there was a dairy-free pizza for her, and I bought that, and it was kind of hidden. I don't think she saw it. She's like, oh, I didn't realize you got that. So I'm like, I'll have to maybe I can do a pizza night. So what I'm gonna do is I have a little bit of cheese. This is that mozzarella I bought, and it was like fresh mozzarella and froze it, so it froze into a block, so I have to beat this apart. But I thought, why don't I make a big giant pizza? I don't even think I have pepperoni. I think I used them in my pepperoni roll-ups. I'll have to look, but I can do like bacon on here, bacon and cheese, easy. So I'm gonna do a big giant pizza. We're gonna have that for dinner tonight. I'm gonna make some sauce for that, and then I'll use that sauce for another meal tomorrow or the next day for Sunday for spaghetti. That'll be easy. I won't make my noodles today, but I will cook the noodles when we have that on Sunday. So for next, I'm gonna get my pizza bread ingredient, dough ingredients out and make that. So let me get all my ingredients out. So I'm making just half of the size recipe because there's not going to be a lot of people that eat this tonight because there's going to be some gone. So I'm just making half the version. I'm putting the regular one on the screen. And I'm also adding, you want it to taste more like, I'm going to say Pizza Hut, like their pizza. I added some garlic powder and some Italian seasonings. Just mix that into like your wet mixture so it mixes really well. And then slowly add your flour to it. Don't add all your flour at once because if you do, you're going to end up with a hard dough. So just do just like 1 cup at a time, mix it in real good, and then do another one. While the pizza dough is rising here, we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna make some pizza sauce. Now my pizza sauce is gonna be just like my spaghetti sauce. That's just the way I make it. I know people do different. This is how I'm gonna do it. So I have a huge can of tomato sauce. I'm gonna pour that in with some diced tomatoes, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning, sugar and salt. Just mix it up. I'm just gonna let it kind of heat up so the flavors get mixed together. I'll use some for pizza. I'll put some in the freezer, and then the rest I'll add some meat to make for spaghetti this weekend. Now, I did not wait. Who doesn't want to wait today? Maybe I don't want to wait today. I have a lot to get done today, so I'd like to get my food done and out of the way. So pizza dough hasn't even risen one time. Not at all. That's okay. That's the great thing about pizza dough. It can rise eventually. So what I'm going to do is get it here. I'm just going to slowly start pushing out. That's the key. Slowly. Like, do it, let it sit for a minute, and then keep pushing out till it reaches and fits your pan. It'll rise up. It's good. So just if you don't want to wait, just get it done, just like I'm doing. Okay, so I pushed out the pizza dough about as good as I can do it, and I'll have to let it sit for a few minutes and let it kind of puff up, and then I'll push it out some more. So I'm gonna move onward. My sauce over here, heated up is great, so I shut it up. So what I'm gonna do next is we have a lot of random cheese packages here. I have like I think I have one more package of these behind me. These are the only tortillas I have. And then I pulled out refried beans, I think, this week to see if we need to fill in the gap on things. I'm just gonna make some like, I'm gonna call them Mexican green cheese, Mexican grilled cheese, basically beans and cheese. Fold them up, fry them over here on my griddle or skillet. I'll see what I get out. And that's gonna be lunch tomorrow. So I'll heat it up, cook it. All I gotta do is put them in the air fryer if they want them crispy, or microwave, however they wanna cook it. And then I have these peppers here that we did not eat. So I'm gonna put a lid on these, put these in my freezer, so when I get a big chunk of meat, hamburger, and I go to do cooking for it, I can use this for added nutrients and added flavoring. These things are great to fill anything. You put some shredded chicken in here, any hamburger, anything you want here. Basically chicken and cheese would be great. Mix anything with cheese and it'll taste delicious, right? And then we have a whole lot of different kind of salsas. We bought some, girlfriend brought me some corn and black bean salsa the other day, so we can have that with it. There is some avocado salsa, they can have that with it. Just lots of different choices to eat up and have a good lunch tomorrow. Anybody else find it satisfying to use up the last little remainder of anything that you have, like these beans? Like, I feel like I need to measure it out exactly so I can use them up. Some of them are a little bit less, but that's okay. Not every kid loves the beans and the cheese. It's just, I guess it's satisfying for me to use it up without having just to throw it away. So being able to use that whole bag of cheese up, get down with it. That's a good thing. So gathering those fragments, using up those things, putting nothing to waste. When my tortillas are cooking, my pizza dough is getting a little bit softer, so I can stretch a little bit more in the pan. So I'm going to put this in the oven here. The temperature isn't even ready yet on the oven, but I'm going to stick it in. That'll help kind of rise it up a little bit and just bake it and bake it for about 10 minutes till the crust is done. Pizza dough is almost done in the oven, which is really good. So it smells delicious. Pizza dough is one of those like forgivable things, like you can't mess up. Like bread, yeah, you can mess it up. It gets flat, it doesn't do its thing, but pizza dough, it's easy. So that recipe I gave you, I've been using it for 15 years, probably 20. Yeah, it's been a long time. So works good, it's delicious. I just add the extra garlic and the Italian seasonings in it. It makes it so good. So it's almost done in the oven. I'm gonna take it out, put some sauce on it, and then I'm gonna break apart the cheese. I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit. Maybe I'll get the cheese out, put it on a cutting board and kind of chop it, just cause it like kind of melts it up. But here's this. So this is going in the refrigerator. This is gonna be a lunch. there's a hair, sorry. This is gonna be lunch tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about it. So dinner or lunch today is gonna be the stir fry that we made, and that's lunch. Lunch is gonna be stir fry, dinner is gonna be the pizza. Tonight, lunch tomorrow will be these, and then we'll work on dinner in just a few minutes here. So I'm gonna wait for the pizza dough. It's almost done. Let me go check it. Pizza dough out of the oven. Okay, a little hole there because I stretched the dough. It's okay. It's gonna be covered with sauce. So what I'm gonna do, let me get a hot pan to put it on. So this you can do. You can either freeze your pizza dough. Okay, so freezer meals. If you're doing freezer meals, if you make a bunch of pizza dough up, you can put it in the freezer, but the problem is it has to go in where it's really, really cold. Because what's gonna happen is it goes in the freezer and it's still gonna kind of rise up and activate a little bit. So what I do is I put it in the freezer and then I'll like go in there and I'll squish it down because mine will keep rising. So it's gotta be like in the coldest part of your freezer. If it's not, the yeast is gonna keep working and it's gonna activate and it's gonna keep making it bigger and bigger. So you'll have a big giant mess in your freezer if you're not careful. So just go in there, keep squishing it down until it gets frozen. You can freeze pizza dough, so you can do it in little balls. Put it like on a pan and then just go in there and keep squishing it down. Knead it back into a ball, put it in the freezer. You can also take these crusts right here that I cooked just like this, cover these in plastic wrap, stack them with the pans. I went to the dollar store many, many years ago and bought dollar pizza pans. They're not the greatest, but they work. So I've still had mine. Got them in my cupboard. I think I've got 15 because I used to do 15 pizzas at one time. I know, crazy. Definitely not. I'm doing like one today. Downsize it massively. So do the pizza dough on that. You can cook it first, like for like 5 minutes, just so the dough is kind of done. And then wait till it cools. Stack them however many you would eat. Like we would do 4 at a time. So I'd stack them. You can put in between like wax paper sheets and then wrap it all in plastic. Put it in the freezer. Pull it out. You got pizza dough all ready to roll. You can also make the pizzas and put them in the freezer. Now, if you're going to do that, put a piece of wax paper on top. Like we used to fill ours to the max. Like I'd make meat ones and they would just be humongous. Well, the problem is, it's okay. You just have to make sure they're thawed completely before you cook them. So basically you're taking up your refrigerator space and then cook them just because it takes so long to cook. Otherwise you put them in the oven at a low temperature, heat it up slowly to thaw it. So that would be my recommendation. If you have to put the sauce and hide it, because yeah, I get you. So those of you that don't have this issue, you don't know what I'm talking about, but those of you that have this issue where food disappears, you can put the ingredients and toppings in bags and then put them all in individual and just put them in a big giant gallon Ziploc bag and put that in the freezer. You can do that too because you can freeze your onions and peppers and all of that stuff and that'll just freeze. So just another way to do it because I get you. I know how life is. So, but today we're gonna make ours for dinner. So this is gonna be a mini pizza. I feel like it's mini size compared to 12, but I'm gonna put some sauce in here, cheese. That's gonna be for dinner. It'll be easy dinner time because we'll have that bowls for lunch, a little bit bigger. Fresh mozzarella does not freeze very well. I mean, it will, but it's going to be like sticking together. This, if you buy already shredded mozzarella and it's not fresh, it'll go in the freezer really good because they put like chemicals on it. So it freezes well, it doesn't stick together, but this was fresh, so it's in clumps. That's all good. So I'm gonna either put this in the oven now, finish baking it, or just leave it until ready for dinner tonight. Okay, so tomorrow's gonna be a bean day. We're gonna do refried beans, and then I'm gonna make some black bean, like burger patties. Now, I used to make lentil burgers all the time. So I have a little recipe. Can I do a screenshot here? Let me look up my lentil recipe. Okay, I was just looking at my recipe. It's been a little while. So basically I put carrots, sweet potatoes, zucchini, onion, mushrooms, sweet peppers in there, and lentils, and just put it in my food processor. I used to make these. These are really good, very good and filling. That took the place of buying the veggie burgers at the store because I would buy those all the time, and then I'm like, they're like meat, but they're not meat, so I didn't really like them, so I just made a veggie burger because I would buy the veggie patties and like those. So HelloFresh has a black bean patty, basically black beans, which is really good. So you smush them all up and just make patties and fry them. So I'm like, that's pretty cool there. So we're gonna make this right now. This will be something that we can make and put it and have it for dinner tomorrow night, which will be good. So what I liked about them is this was custom made and they included cauliflower rice. So just like the stir fry had the chicken to add to it, you can customize it. This customized with cauliflower rice. So you don't actually have the rice with everything. So I'm gonna chop up all these veggies here because you make a pineapple salsa. That sounds really, really good. So I'm gonna chop up, do my little hand chopper because it goes really quick. And then I just realized these are shallots. I've never I feel like I've seen the green onion, and then they call them a shallot. I'm like, what's a shallot? No, a shallot is like a 2-thing onion. I'm like, learn something new every day here. So I'm gonna just chop these up, and then we're gonna put them all together and make some nice black bean patties. Okay, so I had to pull my hair back because it's getting muggy in here. So the food processor here, you can mix this up in a bowl. They say with a bowl and just mash it with a fork, but stick it in your food processor will save you a whole lot of work. So I actually am not, they had you chop these. You know how I feel about chopping vegetables. So I only did half the cajou for my salsa, which looks really good, by the way. I'm gonna put these in here, puree these. I'm gonna add the beans. If you're doing this yourself, add anything, lentils, cooked lentils, any kind of beans. The garbanzo beans are good too. Sometimes the shell, like the outside, comes off, but no big deal. Any kind. Mix it in here. They have me adding tempura mix, a Southwest spice, which is like taco seasoning, garlic, salt, and water to make a consistency. So this will be really, really good. All right, so I'm gonna just puree this up, mix it all, make it like a patty. It'll be really easy. I have 3 pairs of scissors. They're all missing. Where are they? I started the year with 3. Now I have like 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna come over. I got my cast iron griddle out, and mine is super smooth, so I'm basically gonna use a little ice cream scooper and plop it in the middle of this. I never thought of adding the tempura, because that would be like when we go get like sushi. I don't eat sushi, but they have the it's basically tempura fried vegetables, right? So that would be what would make it a little bit crispy. So we're just gonna plop this in here, fry them up, and then we can kind of, we're gonna see how this works. I might be putting too many in here. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if this is good. I probably should have separated it a little bit. So we're gonna smush it down. That might work. Looks like a hamburger patty. These are probably a little thicker than they need to be. I might have just discovered something better with the tempura in there, so it'll be delicious. This is just gonna, we're gonna cook this. I'll probably have to flip it again so the little edges get cooked a little bit more. Now I smush it down. But this will work. Delicious. That's pretty cool, because I would have never have thought to add the tempura or even any flour to my little patty. But this is good because it makes it nice and crispy. So these are gonna fry up, and I got a few more to do. Now this will be really simple, the black beans and rice. I did some cauliflower rice and some plain. So basically a child that is not gonna be too crazy about a pineapple salsa, which I would love, they can put ranch on here. They can put whatever they find. We have the sweet chili sauce on top, and they also give you a little red pepper crema to put on top. So this is gonna go in the refrigerator for another meal. We're moving down. The next is spaghetti. I'm just cooking my meat because it's frozen, cooking it, thawing it because it's frozen solid, and I add some sauce to it, and then that'll be dinner when we make the pasta. All right, so the one container, that's gonna be spaghetti, like meat sauce. I will cook my pasta because I'm gonna do that like probably Sunday. We'll have that Sunday. So that I'm not gonna cook right now because that's okay just to cook some pasta. And then the other sauce is like spaghetti, pizza sauce or extra tomato sauce or anything. I'm gonna put that in our freezer for another time. All right, I have a clean kitchen. The magical world of film editing. Kids came up and did their chores. So the next thing I'm gonna do is Cowboy Caviar. This will be like our snacks. I've got all my meals done, which you saw everything, so it's just been a while for me. Cowboy Caviar, this is my girlfriend Tammy's recipe. The only thing I'm not gonna add is dark red kidney beans because I don't have any. So I'm just gonna add the drain on my beans, and I don't have any canned corn, so I pull up frozen corn. So I'm actually just gonna put this over here and rinse them, and we'll mix it all together. It's so good. You make the little mixture. It's rice vinegar, olive oil, sugar, salt, and black pepper. So good. And then you can put cilantro. I'm gonna skip the cilantro, garlic. I have a jalapeno, and I might even not even, do I do onion? I might not even do onion. Oh, hold on. Remember that red pepper I put in the freezer? Okay, it's not frozen. I'm gonna put that in there. There we go. And maybe I'll get an onion. Do I do an onion? Yeah, I'll get an onion and chop it up too. So just mix it all together. Use it with scoops, chips. It's so good. Okay, chocolate popcorn is something I'm gonna make now. We made popcorn, I think we did it last week, right? Wait, one of the containers, we still have one. Popcorn is good. It doesn't even taste bad. Was it last Friday already? Time flies. So I'm gonna make, this is a little bit saltier. So I'm gonna probably do 1 or 2 batches, just plain with the coconut oil, seeds, put them in the microwave, put on top, so kind of mix, and then I'm gonna melt some chocolate chips and a little bit of olive oil, maybe peanut butter. And I'll do chocolate chips and I'll sprinkle, chocolate chips and peanut butter mixed together and then put some Reese's Pieces on top. There's an idea. I think that's all I'm gonna do is just one time. So I should have like scooped out the seeds, but that's okay. Kind of shake them so that they're at the bottom of the pan. That's all you need. Shake them. So I'm gonna get my peanut butter. I'm just gonna do, not peanut butter. I'm gonna do peanut butter and a little, and chocolate chips and melt them in the microwave, and then sprinkle some candy on top. That'll be good. Okay, we're gonna get a little creative here. I'm going to do, I have a little bit of this peanut butter. It has to get used up. So I'm thinking to put a little bit here in the measuring cup. And then I've got some white chocolate chips, which we will never use for anything because no one likes white chocolate chips. And then I've got chocolate. So I think I can mix those together. Can I do that? Would that be good? Or should I do the, let me do chocolate and vanilla first. Let's see what that turns out like. If I gotta do chocolate, I can do chocolate separate, right? Let me put a little bit of this in here and some chocolate chips, and then we'll see, let's see what that looks like when it's all melted. All right, so I got this all mixed up here. It's funfetti, so it's got a little sprinkle dots in it. So I'm sure it won't harden completely like peanut butter or like chocolate would, but because it's got the peanut butter, but it'll be good. So it's a little thick. I'm gonna put it in my piping bag so I can kind of fling it back and forth a little bit. I think Steven's gonna help me. Put it in the refrigerator just so it hardens up for sure. So easy way to spice up popcorn without even have to make any. We're using up leftover popcorn. So I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator and then I'm just gonna make some watermelon lime drink. Okay, so treats are done. That's all we're gonna do because that's plenty for the weekend that we have. So I'm gonna make up watermelon lime Fresca. This is delicious. I bought it the first time I went to our discount store and I was like, is it good? It was like 2 for $1 because it's for a bubbler, but it's really good. It's basically Kool-Aid made with cane sugar. A treat, that's what it is. All right, we are finished for the day, which is good. I need to get done so I can be finished up. Let's see what we got for the day today, for the weekend actually. This is gonna be for lunch today, the spicy Szechuan chicken. We've got pizza down here that we're gonna heat up for tonight. And then tomorrow we are gonna have refried beans and cheese, which is down here, over here, refried beans and cheese. And then we're gonna have the bean burritos right here, which is awesome. We got this to drink. There's an extra piece of pizza. There's some Cowboy Caviar, leftover Culvers. And then there's popcorn in here, and lots of spicy salsas right here. To use up, I have vegetable soup that's out from the freezer. There's applesauce. Homemade yogurt still. Homemade yogurt lasts you a long time. It'll last you like over a month in your refrigerator. So not bad. All delicious, good to go for the weekend. All right, so I pulled up that mixed fruit from it's like a smoothie pack. So just put it on the counter here and we'll get eaten. So the sun is out, it's gonna be a good day. So I'm gonna close today's video so I can be done, edit, and go enjoy the rest of the day with my family. So I thank you guys for watching. Remember, you guys are designed, created, and selected by God to do great things on this earth. And once you figure out those path and that plan that He has for you, even if you're still trying to figure it out, He might not give you the whole picture, but He'll give you like a little glimpse, and you're like, okay, I know I'm doing right. I know I'm doing right. And you just keep moving on that path of what you're supposed to do every single day. Amazing, amazing adventure. Even making food, even staying with kids, even taking care of the elderly, even being a witness to your neighbor, even working a job with a bunch of people you can't stand. He will give you the grace to get those things done. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys again on Monday. All right, have a great day. We'll see ya. Bye.